Welcome back, children. Second part of this video class, we are going to see prepositions showing place and positions. So there are some prepositions which helps us to show the place or position. At. What is the use of at? Where we can use this preposition at? At is used to refer to small towns and villages. He was born at Melur. So we use at to refer to small towns and villages. He was born at Melur. Next, in. Where we can use this preposition in. In is used before countries and cities. For example, she was born in Madras. So you should know the difference between the use of at and in. At is used before small towns and villages, and in is used before countries and cities. Okay, next. Then on, where you can use this preposition on. Actually, it is used to contact with the surface. On, contact with surface. So there we can use this preposition on. For example, he sat on a chair. He sat on a chair. A ball is on the table. There are many books on the table. So on is used to refer to contact with the surface. There you can use. Then against, the preposition against. Where we can use this preposition support. Support or clause. So in that sense, you can use this preposition against. He leaned against the wall. Suppose if you stand like this, he leaned against the wall. He leaned against the wall. So there is a support or clause. There you can use this preposition against. Okay. Then next. Other prepositions, you should know the difference between off and in. See, we use at with buildings and then away, negative positions. So there are some prepositions which shows the negative position. So away, this shows the negative position from some place, away, from some place. So he went away from the meeting point, and then from. So from here stands for starting place. Starting place. He comes from. So starting place. Off, O-W-F, off. It also stands for away from. Away from. So the preposition of stands for away from. Out of, another preposition, out of. So out of. It stands for from, out of. So these prepositions, away, from, of, O-W-F, and out of, they show as negative position. Negative position. Then there are some prepositions which shows the relative positions. I will enlist all those prepositions which shows the relative positions. See the relative positions: near, beside, and then by. So these three prepositions, they show the relative position. See, my house is near by the river. So he sits beside his parents and then by the side of the river. So these three, near, beside and by, shows the relative position of something. Okay. Then over. What does it mean? Over. Vertically above, over. See, vertically above. This preposition over is used to refer to the position that is vertically above. There is a fan over your head, under. So vertically below, vertically above, vertically below. This preposition under is used to refer to the position which is vertically below. Okay, and then above, under your feet, under the ground, underground water. You can find water under ground. Okay, like that. Above. Above means higher than. Above means higher than. So in that relative position only this preposition should be used. Above, higher than. He got marks above the average. Students, those who have got above the average are considered. Okay, above. The water reaches above the normal level. Okay, right. Below. What does it means? Lower than. Below means lower than. So these prepositions shows the relative position near, beside and by. Almost all these prepositions refers to the same distance from a particular point. And then over, vertically above, under, vertically below, above, higher than, low, below, lower than. So these prepositions refers to the relative positions. Okay, so they are called positional prepositions. These prepositions shows the place and positions. See, I will draw some small pictures and charts which will help you to understand this positional and place prepositions very well. Let me draw some pictures on the board. See. Yeah. See, preposition showing direction, preposition showing the places. At, it is used before small towns and villages. He was born at Melur. And then in, it is used before countries. Let me sum it up. Preposition showing place and position. See, at. So it is used before small towns and villages. He was born at Melur. Then in. It is used before countries and cities. She was born in Madras. Then on. Close surface. Contact with the surface. This preposition is used to contact with the surface. He sat on a chair. Then against. We use this preposition to refer to the support or close proximity. Support or close proximity. He leaned against the wall. Then negative position. Away. Negative position. So away shows the negative position from some place. From some place. The birds flew away from the tree. Example. The birds flew away from the tree. Then from. Then from. It shows starting place. It shows starting place. He returned from Delhi yesterday. Starting place. He returned from Delhi yesterday. Then off. WF off. It shows away from. It shows away from. It shows starting place. This off shows away from. He fell off. He fell off from his bicycle. Example, he fell off from his bicycle. Then out of. This shows from. Out of also shows. He got out of the car. He got out of the car at the Palace Theatre. He got out of the car at the Palace Theatre. So these prepositions shows static position or the locality. Static position. See, they shows the static position or they are called locality. At a small village, in before countries and on close surface against support. Okay, so they shows the static position or the locality. These prepositions shows the negative position. Could you follow me, children? Then Other prepositions, relative prepositions as I show you, near, beside, by. So these prepositions shows relative position. These prepositions shows the relative position by the side of. All these three refer to by the side of, or otherwise it shows near. Okay, by the side of or near. See, my house is near the post office. My house is near the post office. He is sitting beside his father. He is sitting beside his father. I saw them standing. I saw them standing by the river, means near by the river. Okay, so near, beside, by shows, see the relative position, it means by the side of or near. Then over, as I explained you already, vertically above. She hung the calendar over she hung the calendar over the radio, vertically above. There is a fan over your head. Then under, vertically below, under, vertically below. There was a snake under his feet. There was a snake under his feet. Then above. What does it mean? Above means higher than, above, higher than. We see the clouds above the mountain. We see the clouds above the mountain. Then below. It stands for lower than. We could see the valley below us. From the top of the mountain, you can see the valley below you. Okay, so we could see the valley below us. So all these prepositions shows the relative position. Okay, relative position. Next, movement. There are some prepositions which shows the movement. That I will explain in the next part. See, now go through this chart, children. Preposition of position. See, look at the chart. See the circle, and then all the prepositions showing the position and place have been enlisted. See, so all the prepositions that shows position and the place has been enlisted here. And this chart will give you a clear idea on, see, above and over. At the top, on, above the surface, touches the surface, towards, out, comes out, towards, then into, through the circle, in already, in, and then from starting point, across. See, when you cross a place, that is called across, then out of, going out, then by, last, below, under. So you can see all these above and over, and then on surface, from the starting point, in already it is inside, towards, out comes out, towards also, towards the destination, through the destination, across the destination, out of the destination, then into, by, then below and under. So all these prepositions, the charts of preposition shows the prepositions of place and position. I hope now you can understand these prepositions with the help of this chart. Okay, towards, on, from starting point, above, over, below, under, then by the side, into, out of, across, through. So all these things shows you very clearly the position as well as the place preposition. Okay, children, so observe and notice it very carefully. It will help you to understand these kinds or these types of preposition. Okay, fine. Next, see the chart, symbol chart. This shows you prepositions of place, See, at, in, on, under, behind, by, near, between, before, in front of, above, below, beneath, beside, among, inside and outside. So these prepositions also called prepositions of place and position. At already I explained. See, let me enlist prepositions showing place at, in, on, under, behind, by, near, between. When you talk about between two persons, near, between, before, in front of, before, in front of, above, below, beneath, beside, beneath, beside, among, inside, and then outside. So these prepositions are called the prepositions of places or positions. These prepositions shows as the place where the things are found and the position at which things are kept. Therefore they are called place prepositions or prepositions showing the positions. Okay, see, prepositions of place. See, at, you can say the boy is at the door. The boy is at the door. See, in the car. You can say the man is in the car. The man is in the car. A ball is on the table. A ball is on the table. A cat is under this table. A cat is under this table. And then you can say behind. So there is a man behind the wall. There is a man behind the wall. And then you can say by, there is a tree by the river. My house is by the river. And then near the table is near the window. The table is near the window. It is a position. Then the house is between the trees. He is sitting between his father and mother. Then before, see, he is sitting between his father and mother. The prisoner was brought before the judge. The prisoner was brought before the judge. See, the tree is in front of the house. There is a tree in front of my house. There is a temple in front of my house, you can say. And then above, the aeroplane is flying above the clouds. The aeroplane is flying above the clouds. See, below. The mouth is below your nose. The mouth is below your nose. And then we live beside the river. We live beside a river. The house stands among the trees. The house is located among the trees. The man is sitting inside the car. The man is sitting inside the car. They are standing outside the car. They are standing outside the door. The boy leans against the wall. The mountains are beyond. The mountains are beyond the hills. That also beyond. See? Yonder. Generally it is called yonder. So beyond the hills. The lamp is over the table. So they are all called prepositions of places and positions. I hope you can understand well, children, with the help of the chart. And here also you can see some pictures. See, I will show you prepositions of place. Once again go through the chart. See, at, in, on, under, behind, by, near, between, before, in front of, above, below, beneath, beside, among, inside, outside. See here what is most important of the uses of these prepositions. You should know how to use these prepositions of place and position in your own sentence. That's important. Most of the prepositions are used as an adverb. So when you frame your own sentences, you have to use very carefully. Okay, children. And then the third type, prepositions that showing the movement. Prepositions that showing the movement. Let me explain those prepositions also. So prepositions showing movement or travel. Prepositions showing movement. Prepositions showing movement and direction. Yeah. Prepositions showing movement and direction. So what prepositions are used to refer to movement or directions? Okay, let me explain those prepositions which are used to refer to movement. Okay, third preposition showing the direction or movement. To. Generally, we use to has a sense of destination towards the direction. To has a sense of destination. So you should know the difference. To has a sense of destination, but towards means direction. So you should know the difference. We went to school. We went towards the school. So what is the difference? To means destination, towards means direction. So we went to the school. It means we reached the school. We went towards the school means in the direction of the school. So you should know the difference. Okay. And then we can use for also for destination. To directing destination, towards in direction of. So you should know. See the for also destination. For also used to refer to destination. He is leaving for Chennai tonight. He is leaving for Chennai tonight. So you can. Yes, good afternoon, children. Welcome back to the second part of this today's video class. Here we are going to see prepositions showing directions and movement. You should know what are all the prepositions used to show the directions as well as the movement. Very important. See, towards. When you want to refer towards something, you can use the following prepositions. For. This is used for to refer to destination. This is used for to refer to destination. Okay. Then to. We use this preposition to directing destination. This is used to refer to directing destination. Okay. Then towards. This is used in the direction of. Towards. In the direction of. Okay, children, could you understand? So I am going to enlist here all the prepositions showing directions as well as movement. See, if you want to refer towards something, then you can use these prepositions for, to and towards. This for is used to refer to destination, and then to is refers to directing destination. Towards is used to refer to in the direction of. You should know the difference in the direction of. Okay, yeah. Could you understand? See, for to make it clear, I will give you some sentences. See, from your grammar book, it will help you to understand this concept easily. We went to school. We went to school. We reached the school. What does it mean? We reached the school. We went towards the school. It means in the direction of school. In the direction of school. Okay, so the difference is there. So when you want to refer towards something, you can use these three prepositions. Okay, next. Okay, next one, into. Next preposition, into. What does it denotes? This into denotes movement towards, this into denotes movement towards the interior of something. Interior of something, into. Interior of something. So this preposition into is used to refer to interior of something. The frog jumped into the pond. The frog jumped into the pond. She quietly walked into the room. So this into denotes movement towards the interior of something. That's important. Movement towards the interior of something. Let me write the example. The frog jumped into the pond. The frog jumped into the pond. So here the movement refers to interior of something, that is into. Okay. Next, at. It has the idea of hitting. At. Idea of hitting. What is the idea of hitting? The boy threw stones at the frog. The boy threw stones at the frog. So the idea of hitting, to refer to that, we can use the preposition at. Okay, then for. Then we can use the preposition for. Where we can use this preposition? Suggest the beginning of a movement. This for suggests the beginning of a movement. See, the beginning of a movement. So for is used for that. The workers left for the factory. The workers left for the factory. I am leaving for Chennai tonight. I am leaving for Chennai tonight. So this for is used to refer to the beginning of a movement. Beginning of a movement. Against. Another preposition. Where we can use this preposition against. Shows pressure or conduct. It shows pressure or conduct. So we use this preposition to show the pressure or conduct. For example, the boy is leaning against the wall. I am leaning against the wall. So pressure. So prepositions of direction, from, of, out of, that is also used. So now I have explained you the use and usage of some prepositions showing the directions as well as the movement. To, and then into, at, for, and against. Then B, prepositions of directions from, of, out of. Let me explain. See, prepositions of direction. Prepositions of direction from. Okay, so from, where it is used? From is used as a point of departure. point of departure. We use this from for the point of departure. She has already gone from the office. She has already gone from the office. She has already gone from the office. Okay, so this is used, this from is used to refer to point of departure. Okay, from. Then off, OWF, off, where we can use, it shows separation. It shows separation. In the sense, it is used in the sense of from the surface of down from sea. Example, he fell off. He fell off the horse. So he fell off the horse. It shows a separation. It is used in the sense of from the surface of down from. The ball rolled off the table. Okay, off. Then other prepositions showing movement are, there are some other prepositions. Those prepositions also shows the movement. What are those prepositions? See, through, it is used to refer to the movement. We drove through the tunnel. See example, we drove through the tunnel. Okay. Then over. Over. It is also the preposition that showing the movement. The aeroplane is flying over the hills. The plane is flying over the hills. Okay, it also shows the movement. The man is walking, then along, another preposition, along. The man is walking along the road. The man is walking along the road. The man is walking along the road. Then across. Across, where you can use, the fat man is running across the street. A dog is running across the street. Yeah, dog is running across the street. Okay, so through, over, along, across, and then round, up, down. Other prepositions are also there. Let me give you example for such prepositions also. Okay, so round. Round, what does it mean? They danced round the trees. They danced round the trees. They danced round the trees. Then the cat is up. Up, another preposition. The cat is climbing up the tree. The cat is climbing up the tree. The cat is climbing up the tree. Down. Down. The boy is running down the hill. The boy is running down the hill. Okay. The boy is running down the hill. So travel, we can use some prepositions to refer to the travel by, in, on. These prepositions helps us to refer to travel by conveyance. And then motion into, cure of, relief, cure of. And then groups, between, among. Directions, see, this is also the prepositions which are used to refer to the directions. See, yeah, see, travel. So we can use by, we can use in, we can use on. So he goes to Delhi, he goes to Chennai by train. He goes to Chennai in his car. So on is also used. He is traveling. He is traveling. He is walking on his foot by walk. Okay, like that. So motion. You can use some prepositions into and upon. So you can use these two prepositions to refer to motion. And then cure of, relief. This is called relief. Okay, relief. Then groups. Some prepositions which are used to refer to groups. Prepositions used to refer to groups. Between, among. Between, among. When you talk about only two, there you can use between. When you talk about something more than two, then there you can use among. Okay, then tool. Tool, with. This is the place where people get confused. He writes, if you say, he writes a letter by pen, that is wrong. He writes a letter with pen, that is correct. So when something is done with some materials or tools, there we have to use the preposition with only. By is used before the agent. Agent, by is used before the agent. The letter was written by his mother. It was written by him. So agent. Then cause, as I told you, cause, disease, cause of only. Cause. He was died of cancer. He was died of cancer. So when you talk about the cause of happening, the cause of happening of something, there you have to use the preposition of. Then material, substance, it is made of clay. Made. So substance. There also we have to use the preposition of. So children, now let me sum up. So far now I have taught you the various prepositions used to refer to movement and directions. Towards, when you want to refer to towards, you can use the prepositions for, to and into. Okay, right. When you want to refer to from, point of departure. From means point of departure. Towards means direction of the, towards means the direction towards something. Then out of, from the interior, of, from the surface. So you should know the difference. From means starting point of departure, starting point to departure. And out of means from the interior, out of means from the interior. Of means from the surface. Into denotes movement towards the interior. At means the idea of hitting. For means beginning of a movement. Beginning of a movement. Against shows pressure or conduct. And then when you talk about the travel, the conveyance, you can use by, in and on. The prepositions by, in and on are used to refer to travel, conveyance, then motion, into, upon, then cure of, disease of, he's cured of that particular disease. Then when you talk about groups, then you can use between and among. When you talk about only two persons, there you can use between. When you talk more than two, there you can use among. Then tool. Don't get confused with this use of prepositions. Tool, to refer to tools, you have to use the preposition with. But when you want to refer to the agent, the work done by an agent, there you have to use the preposition by. Don't confuse with by. And then cause of disease, material also of. So, look here children. So when you talk about the kinds of prepositions, the grammarians generally classified the kinds of all prepositions into three headings, three types. Prepositions showing time. So one category. So a set of prepositions used by us to refer to time. Second category, prepositions used to refer to, see, let me draw a chart, then you can easily understand. So these are all the classification of the prepositions. Okay. So prepositions showing the time, prepositions, then list of preposition showing the place as well as the position, then prepositions showing the direction as well as the movement. So prepositions are generally classified into these three types. Prepositions showing time, prepositions showing place and position, prepositions showing direction and the movement. Okay, so whenever you learn prepositions, you have to learn prepositions in this way only. So it helps you to understand clearly. See, let me write down all the prepositions. See, prepositions used under these subtitles. So grammarians classify the prepositions into these three types. So prepositions showing time at, let me sum it up, in, at, in, on, then by, within, until, till, before, after, around, from, since, to, for. So these time prepositions are used by the people to refer to time. See the chart, prepositions showing the time. See, prepositions showing the time of, at, in, on, before, after, from, then, till, until, by, for, about, during, since and between. So these prepositions are called prepositions of time. So they help us to show the time. Okay, right. Each preposition is used to refer to a different time. So I have already explained to you where you have to use the correct preposition. Okay. Then prepositions showing the place. Prepositions showing the place and positions. At, in, on, against, at, in, on, against, away, from, of, out of, then near, beside, by, over, under, above, below, up, down, along, across, then through, around, and then about. So they are called prepositions showing place and position. At, in, on, against, away, from, of, OWF, out of, near, beside, by, over, under, above, below, up, down, along, across, through, around, and about. These prepositions are called prepositions of place and position because they shows the exact place where the subject or the doer of the action is, and it also shows the position of the subject, the position of the noun, the position of the pronoun. Okay, therefore they are called prepositions of place and positions. See, prepositions of place and positions. I'll show you the chart. Prepositions of place and positions. See the chart. Prepositions of place: at, in, on, under, behind, by, near, between. And then see before, in front of, above, below, beneath, beside, among, inside, and outside. So these prepositions are called prepositions of places and positions. Okay, at, in, on, under, behind, by, near, between, and then before, in front of, above, below, beneath, beside, among, inside, and outside. So they are called prepositions of places. They are also called the preposition of position because it shows the position as well as the place. Then the third type, direction. I will give you a list of directions. Prepositions showing direction and movement. Direction and movement. Directions and movement. What are the prepositions used to refer to directions and movement? Yeah. Towards, to, far, from, out of, by, on, in, into, up on, into, upon, of, between, among, with, by, of. Okay, so these prepositions are called prepositions of direction and movement. I'll show you the chart. It will help you to understand. See the prepositions: towards, to, far, from, out of, by, on, in, into, upon, of, between, among, with, and by. Now look at the chart, children. Prepositions of movement. To, towards, into, at, for, against, from, of. See, up, down, through, over, along, across, around, up, down and by. Okay, so these prepositions shows the movement and the directions to, towards, into, at, for, against, from, of. Then up, down, through, over, along, across, round, up, down and by. So these prepositions are called prepositions of directions and movement. And then see, this chart helps you see how it helps you. Prepositions of position. See, above, over, towards, out, towards, into, then through, across, out of, by, below, under. See, now clearly I will show you the chart. So the chart shows clearly the position. Okay, see, closely observe the charts, and you too can prepare a chart like this at your home with the help of this diagram. This diagram helps you to prepare a chart like this. Okay, children? Okay, fine. So far now you have learned preposition, simple preposition, common preposition, phrase prepositions along with kinds of prepositions. So prepositions, what are the three types of prepositions? Prepositions showing time, prepositions showing place and position, prepositions showing the directions and the movement. I hope hereafter you could understand. Whenever you are given a group of prepositions, you can easily identify these prepositions are time prepositions, these prepositions are place prepositions, these prepositions are directing prepositions or movement prepositions. Okay, children, you do one thing, you just to make a note of it or write it down in your grammar note and try to frame your own sentences by using these prepositions. You can collect some pictures, you can draw your own pictures, freehand drawing pictures, and make use of the arrow marks to indicate the movement of the prepositions. It will help you to understand. See, like this. See, you can freehand drawing. See, on, directions, on, position. So direction is different from position. So this is on, this is position. Similarly, off, arrow mark shows the direction. This arrow mark shows the position. Okay. So with the help of this arrow mark, you can easily show the direction as well as the position. I hope you understand well all the things which have been taught to you today. Thank you, children. And I would like to meet you in tomorrow's video class. Tomorrow, maybe the video class I have planned to teach you grammar or the supplementary, whatever it may be. And come to attend the video class with good intention. Okay, children. Thank you. Till that, have a nice day.